So Acer just announced not one, not two, not even three, but 8 gaming laptops in a single day. What's up, people? I hope you guys are doing great, because I'm certainly not without any kind of sleep. I only slept for like what, less than 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours. But nonetheless, I'm pretty excited for today because it's one of my first product launches. I mean, I did attend a couple of them before, but didn't document them or whatever. And it's been a while since I've attended one. But nonetheless, yeah, it is the first log, and I woke up about 30 minutes back, but I am yet to pack a couple of things, and it's gonna be a tough day because of the lack of sleep, yes. But nonetheless, I'm really excited. And while talking about packing things, I'm packing a couple of things. It's not as light as it should be for a one-day trip, but I can't blame myself because I have to carry a couple of things. That's phone number 1, phone number 2. Well, that's not really the best way to do it, but that's the power backup, that's the camera bag, and everything goes in that beautiful bag. That of course has an extra pair of clothes as well, because you should always carry an extra pair of clothes, especially when you're attending something as important. And more than that, I do have an extra action camera as well, maybe if I want one of those shots, fisheye shots or whatever. But that's pretty much what I'm carrying today. Well, I finally made it to the airport, and for most of you guys who aren't from Surat, you probably are not going to know this crazy story. I think it's probably the most Indian story with an airport that can exist. And I think it was about, what, 5 years back? Yes, I think 5 years back, or about 4 years back. There was an incident where it wasn't a cow, it was a buffalo. Yeah, it was a buffalo which ended up on the runway, and did actually crash. I wouldn't say crash because the plane was still on the runway while it was trying to take off, and it kind of ran into the buffalo. Even though the buffalo was safe, the engine got a little damaged, and it's a pretty crazy story to know. But apart from that fact, I think I'm actually pretty fond of this airport because of the fact that it's incredibly small, so that you don't have to waste a lot of time. It literally took me about 25 minutes from my place to the airport to check in. I mean, getting my boarding pass, of course. And the security check was under 5 minutes, so I think it took me 30 minutes max to sit at the gate, and I think that's pretty cool. And when you look at bigger airports, it becomes kind of a hassle as well, especially when you travel a lot, and especially when you're taking same-day flights, because I'm flying back from Bombay today in the evening. So it's kind of crazy to think of it. And apart from that fact, the one thing that I don't really like about this one specific route is Surat to Bombay, is the fact that the flight is actually pretty small. It's not one of the most I mean the plane is really small. It's not the most elegant plane out there. I think it's a Q400. Bombardier Q400 is what it's called for short. There's a longer name as well. You guys should probably look it up. Definitely not the plane to fly in. I mean, I still remember once I was flying back from Surat to Bombay. No, I was flying back to Surat. I was flying back from Surat to Bombay, and the flight took literally 27 minutes because the flight got delayed, and the pilot was also it was an A320, wasn't a Bombardier, so that flies faster as well. So 27 minutes from Bombay to Surat, that's pretty crazy as well. But apart from that, I think I'll see you guys next from the venue itself, because I don't want to film a lot at the airport, because a lot of people probably are going to get conscious and get weirded out at the fact that why is a guy talking to a camera with the biggest microphone, because this mic is actually pretty big. I'll actually show you guys a picture as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys from the venue. What's up, people? We're finally at the venue, and the event's been delayed by a bit, by a small margin, but that's expected with such big events, and that happens as well. But you know what? There are a couple of pro players down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's Rizla right there, and then there's Shabi as well. That's the captain of JHS, Nepu. And no, don't worry, I'm not gonna steal your coffee. There's Meow. I don't know if you guys can see her. Meow, Manaswi, and everyone doing their thing. So these are the products. Some of them, one of them has been taken off right now, just because that we still need to get this ready. There's one small dry run left. After that, we're going to go inside the venue, and there are some insane products which are going to be displayed today. I think the one which I'm really looking forward to today is the Triton 3000. I think it's 3000, but the Triton nonetheless, because it has a revolutionary design. I don't know if you guys can see it on the poster, but the front actually comes off, because it helps with cooling, and I think these guys are the first guys to do it. I'm not sure about that, so I'm making no claims about it, but once this comes on, I think everyone's going to lose their shit, because that's going to be one of the best products out there, especially when it comes down to laptops having thermal throttling issues. I think that's going to be a big leap forward in terms of cooling technology and cooling design as well. And someone had to make that bold move, right? And it also makes it extremely difficult designing it. I don't know if you guys, wait, hold on. I'll actually show it to you guys. That you see that entire arc. You know, I know adding more parts, but I'm sure the build quality is going to be extremely good. So hopefully, well, we'll have a very good show up ahead. And that, by the way, is Omkar, the guy responsible for gathering everyone, and he's been an incredible guy to hang out with, and also to manage all the events. I've been working with him since the past 3 years. I met him in 2016 for the first time. Real nice chap. But for now, we're going to wait it out and see when the actual event starts and when the products start coming out. So I'll see you guys then. Back in Surat now, and I'm shooting this a day after I came back to Surat because, of course, I was sleep deprived. I had to rest. Couldn't look like a zombie on the camera, but the event was a lot of fun. It was super fun, and they pulled it off really well. Those 8 laptops honestly blew me away because of the fact that they've thought about a lot of things, especially about the cooling, and they have some pretty new cool tech and the design innovation as well. So those 8 laptops are divided into 3 families. The first one is Nitro 5 and Nitro 7. The second family is the Helios family, that's Helios 300 and 700, and the last one, I'd say the showstopper for me was the Triton 900, so that's divided into Triton 500 and Triton 900. Talking about the cool tech and the new technology that they've worked upon, they have ended up on something called the 4th generation cooling, which involves redesigned fans and some new additions. They've added winglets to the end of the fans to reduce turbulence and make sure they're more stable, so as to reduce the noise and increase the airflow. And apart from that, they have something called the vapor chamber, which we've already seen in a lot of flagship phones. We've seen it in the Note 9, we're seeing it in the Note 10 as well. So it's something that they've absolutely taken care of. And apart from that, one thing that's really interesting is the fact that on Helios 700 they are actually willing to allow you to overclock the laptop. Of course, that has, it's a different story when it comes down to warranty, but they've taken care of that as well. With the fact that there's something called the Hyperdrift Keyboard, which basically, so there are fans below the keyboard, and the keyboard slides out, the fans get exposed, and that allows more airflow inside the laptop. So I think that's pretty cool as well. But again, Triton 900 has to be the showstopper for me because of the fact that the entire design of detaching the laptop screen from the body itself and being able to move it around, of course it's touchscreen, and Triton 900 has to be that laptop. I mean, it is actually that laptop that has been designed keeping everything in mind, keeping the playing and gaming workflow in mind, and you can use it as a tablet if you please. Of course, it's not as light as a tablet because it's spec'd out to the max. It's a little on the heavier side as well, but overall a pretty cool piece of tech. But apart from that fact, if you guys want to check out the specs, head down to the description. If you guys are watching it on YouTube, if you guys are watching it on Instagram, you'll have to head to YouTube because IGTV just does not allow enough space. And I'll put down all the details that were given to us in the press kit, and all the influencers were handed this out, all the media houses were handed this out. So it has pretty much all the information you'd probably need, apart from models, very specific details, because Nitro 5 and Helios 300, if I'm not mistaken, it is Helios 300, yes. And both of these series actually have a 15-inch variant and a 17-inch variant as well. But everything's going to be down there in the description. And apart from talking about all the tech stuff, making this vlog has, of course, been a big learning experience. It's been a lot of fun as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage on Instagram as well with the stories. And I think I've transitioned into vlogging because of stories, because of how easy and simple it is. But nonetheless, it's been a great pleasure, and I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think about this? And until the next time, it's gonna be Mamba signing off.